I'm so excited because we are going to a stained glass maker's house, and that stained glass maker just so happens to be my son. But before we go, I want to show you some of the things that he has made for my husband and I, and they're hanging right here. So let me turn this around. He's made me a hummingbird. He's made my husband a sword, and he's made my husband a blue jay. And he's made so many other cool things. So I'm excited for what's in store today. Off we go. Well, we made it to my son's house. Let's go have our stained glass class.
Hey, Mom.
Hi!
Come on in.
Yay!
Well, here's the workshop.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. How did you get started in this?
Well, I've always been interested in stained glass, and I was on eBay one day looking at how much the materials cost out of curiosity, and I found an entire workshop an hour from me. And you know, eBay's a worldwide thing, and it was a really reasonable price, so I went and I bought it, and it came with this desk, it came with hundreds of pieces of glass, it came with all the tools, the cutters,
Wow.
pliers, lead, everything you could think of. It came with this grinder as well. Everything you need to make stained glass. And then from there, I taught myself. The gentleman that sold everything to me gave me a real quick lesson, like 30 minutes, just some of the basics. But everything else I've taught myself, and it's a lot of fun.
I am amazed because I have seen some of the things that you have done for me personally, for a quarry, for others, and I cannot believe that you do this right here. But I am going to commission you today to make something that I've had on my heart that I would love hanging in my window, and that is a music note. Just anything to do in the music realm that
Okay.
you want to draw that comes from your heart, I would love
Sounds
to
good.
have. And I'd love to have this documented. This is just...
Well, why don't we design it, and then I'll make it.
That sounds perfect.
Okay.
I can't wait.
We picked out some design we liked, and so now I'm going to use that as a guide to make my own design. All right, so I did my own interpretation. I changed, some of the lines and added breaks where we need it.
Well, I love this. This
Okay,
is what I
good.
want is this treble note, and I think it's perfect. So what's the next step in this? What do you do after?
The next step, I think this is a strong piece. I feel good about that. So while you're here, I can go ahead and cut this one.
Okay.
Because the next step after I design is I cut out all the pieces, and then after that I grind them, and then once they're grinded, I start to assemble everything, and then that's when I solder it all together. So,
Okay.
But for now, we can go ahead and cut this piece, and I'll show you how it's done.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay.
I'm looking. I can't wait. I'm really excited to pick out the glass. Is it okay to pick out the glass
Yes,
colors?
I have
Okay.
hundreds of colors of
Yay!
glass. All right. So anytime I'm working with glass, I keep these on
Okay.
because these will keep me from getting cut.
Awesome.
And same for you. So just be careful. I'll handle the glass. So let's go through our glass here. We have these little tubs. Are you thinking something translucent?
I would like translucent with a little bit of color, sort of red with some black and some white.
Okay. Don't touch it if you don't have to. So there's some red.
Thank you. I love that. That is awesome.
Let's see. Looks kind of like
Okay.
a.
Oh, I'm loving all these colors, kid.
And then I have all kinds of frosted glass. And then I've got blues.
Ooh.
I mean,
Oh my
keep
gosh,
going.
this is so much fun.
I've got greens,
Oh, I just don't know.
cloudy blue.
Oh, it's getting more difficult. Okay,
Yeah.
I need
It
the
gets
less.
overwhelming.
Yes.
I've got
Do you
yellow.
got anything with a black in it? A gray black.
This is black, but this doesn't play with light. It's
All right,
This
I
is
wanted
for
to play
accents,
with light.
so.
So definitely this green.
I don't have many grays. I really don't.
Why don't we keep it in the primary colors? With
Okay,
the
so-
reds and the greens and the blues and this with a little bit of that and a little bit of this light. I
Be
love
real
this
careful.
light, how you see through it. Sorry. How you can see through, and it's really cool.
I mean, it sounds like you're going for just a really colorful, bright, happy.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, I can take some liberties with picking different colors.
Okay.
But you said you want to keep it with the primaries?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the blue and the green and the red.
I think it'd be really pretty to kind of have like almost a rainbow. And I know I have some purple. And again, I know I'm taking a lot of time with each step, but that's what I do. It's like picking the color can make a really well-designed piece look awful if you pick the wrong color.
Right.
So it's a big
Yeah.
important part.
I don't know what all is going to go into this. I look at this and I see, can I show you what my mind eye is seeing on this piece of paper? Okay, no, I'll let you move that. Now, I'm sort of seeing red.
Well, let's cut that in red then.
Okay, and then I'm seeing blue.
Okay. I'm going to take some notes.
Okay. I gotta see my mind's eye of it. This is really hard. Or should that just be all blue? Let's just make it all blue.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Okay.
As a question, can you, on your computer program, could you put these colors in and send Mom a proof and say, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do this for like professionally. If I did, I would probably do that. So
Okay.
when I'm designing these myself, I just kind of like, and usually I'll get Erica in here and I'll be like, what do you think? And I'll hold stuff up. I don't know how to do what you just said, but yeah, it's possible and I could probably figure it out. So.
Oh, but my next question is, do you think this yellow would be better where that opaque is?
Yeah, to me, I'm seeing like color, almost like three colors because of the three components of the treble.
3 colors.
So do you want to watch me, or do you want to try to cut this piece? That's a pretty hard piece to cut.
I'm gonna let you work because I will end up cutting my fingers and we'll end up in the hospital somewhere. So we'll leave this all up to you.
All right, sounds good. Well, this would be a good piece. I'm gonna get these out of the way. Okay. In this cup, I've got some cutting oil. So I don't know if you can see the scratch I made.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I take this other cutter, and you can use pliers for this, but this is kind of a And now this piece here is going to be kind of tough to cut. So it's possible to fail. I have to redo this. And this is the hardest piece on this design to cut. So once we get this done, it'll be smooth sailing from here. Okay, so that is roughly cut, and it'll need to be grinded to make it nice and smooth like the design. But you can see that that's pretty close. This is my grinding station. It has a little shield, and then it has a water dripper that I actually built all this so that it keeps the grinding wheels lubricated so that they don't get worn out too quick. And also, if you don't use water on this, it actually starts to melt the glass and it turns like bright orange and is molten and makes smoke. So water is a real important part. But what we have is a bucket of clean water. It pumps it to this little thingy, and then down here is our waste. And it's a nice little self-contained thing. That way I can grind inside, because I used to have to go outside to grind, and that's just annoying. So I'm gonna get this started. That's our water, and we're gonna get some noise here in just a second. And I usually hold this while I'm doing it because I come up here with my water, and just a nice slow drip is all you really need. As you can see, I ground off all the rough edges, and it might take some more grinding when I go to put it together, but that's a nice roughly grounded there. So I usually just use this little piece of cardboard. This is called Hobby Came. Came is basically lead solder pre-formed, and it has a channel in it. So instead of using copper foil, you just fit your stained glass inside this little H, or this is a U. But they also have H came for joining pieces. But because this is a small piece, I use a combination of my copper foil and lead came for the outside, because this makes it look more professional, having like a nice pre-formed rounded edge on the outside. And what I would do then is I would do the copper foil to basically glue the pieces together, and then I'd come with my hobby came and then do the outside to give it a nice finished look. This is the biggest piece I ever did, and this is actually does not use foil at all. This is U came here, it's H came, which means it has a channel on either side to accept glass. And so I don't have to do any soldering for this except just you can see at the joints where the came comes together, you can see that's a glob of solder there and in there.
Awesome.
Okay, so we wrap the grinded pieces of glass in this copper foil here, and it's pretty precise. Okay, and then we fold it around the edges like this. The last step is I take this tool here and I just really smooth out the wrinkles, and this helps it adhere really strongly to the glass. And we end up with something that looks like that. I think it's really pretty just like this. So this here is the flux, and we put that on the joint we're going to solder, and then we take this and just touch it to it, and we can hear that sizzle a little bit. And that's how we solder the joints. And you can see I've got most of this soldered around the edges. I used these small pieces of, this is called hobby came or U came, and that's what I did around the edges here and on the inside. And you can see there we have a finished piece, and let's hold it up to the window. This is my little private collection that I've made.
That is off the charts. That is off the charts. Oh, they're so beautiful. Sid, they're just lovely. They just cause happiness within my soul.
I just thought you might find it interesting. On this clear piece, you can actually see down in there and see some of the copper foil from the inside. So the copper foil is what allows this lead and I actually solder that on to basically attach to the glass and keep everything real
How comes
solid.
it's black and not gold or silver?
Well, this one is still silver, and this one is black because I tarnished this.
Okay.
It's a chemical that advances, because over time, this will eventually turn into this through tarnishing.
Okay.
But I have a chemical that advances it so it happens quicker, because, it looks more, it hides some of the imperfections of the solder and stuff when you do the tarnishing. So But sometimes you have a piece that you want to look shiny and
Yeah.
keep it that way as long as you can.
Wow. Well, I am totally amazed. Oh, this has been such a fun day. And
There we go. There it is. Just as you ordered.
oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Thank you so much. I love it. It's beyond words. It's exactly what I saw in my mind's eye, even better than what I saw in my mind's eye. It's absolutely perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you like it.
God bless you. You have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by and joining us today as we learned about stained glass. Till next video.
That's a thumbnail shot there.